For the 48 laws of power, why did you choose
Yeah,
48? You probably get that question constantly.
I get that question. Um, well, I didn't really choose 48. The process was kind of weird. I don't usually like to reveal, how the sausage is actually made, but I guess I'll go ahead and tell you. Um, I started out researching all of the great power people and influencers throughout history and all cultures, and all the power games that were kind of the most sexiest, the most interesting. And out of that, I kind of derived these patterns of behavior that transcended time and culture. And I had 72 of these patterns originally, which were to be loss of power. And slowly I started eliminating them because these this didn't seem strong enough. I started combining them, getting rid of them, and I ended up with 52, if you can believe it or not. And publishers said, 52, it doesn't sound good. And it also sounds a little pat. It sounds like you meant it to be 52 weeks of the year or 52 cards in a deck. We prefer the number 48. And so I go, well, what am I going to say? But then I thought about it because I don't like to be too rigid and too closed and stubborn. I thought, it's true, 48 laws sounds a lot better than 52. It looks better. It's a very powerful number. So I'm going to do what they say, but I'm going to take the four laws that are kind of extra, and I'm going to combine them into other laws and create these kind of double
Mm.
laws with two sides to them and bring it down to 48. So I don't usually like try to reveal that, but I guess you lured it out of me somehow. But that's sort of why it ended up with 48.
Okay, well, clearly that paid off. Something worked.
Yeah,
So,
well, things like numbers and colors, they have a kind of a primal effect on us. And you can't ignore this sort of nonverbal primitive side of our nature. And so, like the color red, as people know on who design like Facebook, as a button has this certain effect, whereas black has this effect. The number 48, I for some reason kind of has this sort of, it just seems definitive. Whereas if it were 47, that wouldn't
yeah,
have that feeling, or 49, or 50 sounds like too obvious. But man, that 48, it's like a sweet spot. What am I going to do?
that is strange, but very true.